Hey friends, welcome to today's reading. Before I jump into it like I normally do, I thought I might just do a little intro for those of you that don't know me, or if this is your first time watching my channel. My name is Hayley Clark. I am Higher Path Healing. I am an intuitive tarot reader, and I'm also an experienced energy healer as well. I've studied kinesiology, sound healing. I'm a Reiki master, a Tantra practitioner, and I read Akashic records and a few other energy modalities that I kind of weave through that as well. So I like to incorporate all of my knowledge and wisdom from my healing modalities and kind of put them into place throughout, using the tarot as guidance as to what energies are coming through. So that's me, and I was originally going to be doing a little soul circle for this lunar eclipse that's happening on Monday. So it's the full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, but it didn't quite feel right. I really wanted to sit down and do a nice tarot spread around the collective energies that are showing up at the moment, because eclipses are massive transformational times. There's so much energy. It's like a supercharged full moon, but because the moon also partly goes into a bit of a shadow, it's not going to be a total lunar eclipse this time, but it's just that energy of the Earth's shadow kind of just brushing over the moon. So it kind of shows that darkness. So we've always got that real contrast between the light and the dark. And, you know, the moon rules the subconscious, so it's kind of going into shadow. So it's a bit illusion-y. We've always been presented with the opportunity to repeat or evolve, and often eclipses are a big shove. Sometimes things come crumbling down just because they can't maintain themselves anymore. Even if you do want to brush it under the carpet, sometimes it just can't happen anymore. So massively transformational. So I will be doing a little bit differently today. We're going to be doing a nice tarot spread around these energies, which I'll be starting soon. And if this really resonates with you, if you can feel this energy playing out, I am also going to be moving on to do an energy healing around these themes. So if the tarot messages vibe for you, I recommend jumping over to Vimeo and getting amongst an energy healing to help you really get the most out of this experience and to shift those energies to make way for something new to come in. So we'll see what that's all about in the tarot reading. But yeah, just trying something a bit different this time because I feel like a lot of healing is needed as well. And when I jump on Vimeo, I will be going a little bit deeper into what showed in the tarot as well. So for those of you that vibe with it, there'll be some additional messages plus that beautiful healing, which I feel like is so needed by all of us right now. So please check that out. I'll have all of the details in the description box below. So check that out. Now guys, this is me reading the energies that are showing up at the moment. Because I'm doing a collective one, it's probably not going to vibe with every single human out there on earth, obviously. So if it does vibe with you, that's great. Run with it and check out the Vimeo after. If it doesn't vibe with you, no sweat. It doesn't matter. Energy plays out differently in all of our lives, and our natal charts are very complex, and different energies are always push-pulling at different times. But generally speaking, these collective readings often have a message for most people amongst it, because we're all people experiencing the same energy spectrum. Just how the stories play out in our lives can be a little bit different as well. Okay, so I brushed on that eclipse energy being very powerful and transformative in Gemini. So we've got the North Node currently in Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius. So the South Node is often something we're moving away from. It's energy that we've done to death, and it was kind of repeated in a toxic way, karmic pattern type stuff, but we're moving towards the North Node. And Sagittarius's opposite is Gemini. So we've got the full moon in Gemini, which is opposing that Sag energy. North Node is in Gemini. So the North Node is all about when we experience the North Node in its healthy, kind of balanced energy. That's the goal. That's what's going to help us through this time. And with that being in Gemini, it's all about the details and the facts. So Sagittarius loves big, expansive ideas and worldviews, and that's kind of polarized by fact. So it's a really good time to check in with what's factual in the world and in your life right now compared to your belief systems. To me, this is all about balancing those belief systems with fact, because sometimes our belief systems get in our own way. I mean, even just saying, everything's going to turn out for the greater good. In itself, that's a belief system. On the other hand, we could be polarized and think, oh, everything always goes wrong. That's another belief system. So belief systems don't always have to be negative or bad, but they can interfere with allowing things to happen in their natural course, because we might be feeling like we need to order and structure them in certain ways. And at the moment, there is so much illusion. So eclipses are also about illusion, because there's that shadow aspect over the subconscious. And so when you combine that with what's actually real, do I know what's real? What's an illusion? Where are my belief systems interfering? There's so much stuff going on in the world. You know, even the media, the stories keep changing every day. So there's a lot of confusing, conflicting energy, but it's about questioning your belief systems in your own life and how the lens in which through you view the world, I want to say. Are you wearing your rose-colored glasses all the time, or are you wearing your crappy glasses that see everything through that negative haze? And how is that serving you? Where can you relax and you know, say, is this fact, where's this come from? And really diving deeper into where the belief system originated from. Are we carrying it through our DNA from our parents? Or is it something that's happened to us from repeated experiences, and then we're subconsciously recreating them because it's what we know and it's comfortable and it's safe? So where can we find balance within these things and really just anchor into our own personal truth without being shaded by the external world and being shaded by our own views about things? Where can we relax into flow and trust and say, well, what's real in this moment for me now? Am I holding on to a future fear? Am I holding on to the past to recycle these energies around? Where can I let go and do something differently and something amazing that's more in alignment with my soul? So I hope that makes sense. I kind of just went with that. Don't know where all that came from. But anyway, let's get started, hey? So if you would like to work privately with me, I do a small number of one-on-one readings and healings as well. So please reach out if that interests you. You can follow me on socials, Higher Path Healing, all one word, on Instagram, or Higher Path Healing on Facebook. And obviously you've landed on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, like, write a comment, share, whatever you want to do. That really encourages me to create more content for you. So that would be really much appreciated, guys. Would love that. And I need a drink of water already because I've just talked so much. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see what this energy has in store for us today. So I've got a few different decks here. The main one I'm going to be using is called the Tarot Illuminati. That's the one I was drawn to use today. Okay, so let's really anchor into these energies. Very powerful eclipse season too, as we lead up to the solstice. We've got the grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn coming up as well, which doesn't happen very often in the sign of Aquarius anyway. So that's happening in Aquarius on the solstice, right before Christmas. So there's going to be lots of shifts happening from now right through to the new year. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so a lot of energy that's flying around at the moment. This is that collective chaos that I was kind of getting at before, how the story keeps changing. Everyone's ideas, everyone's opinions, everyone's belief systems are just flying around at the moment. It feels very unstructured is the main word that's coming through to me. There's a real lack of structure here. So it can feel like everything's out of control because we don't have that solid foundation at the moment. This feels like the rug's been pulled out from everyone's feet, which, you know, 2020 vibes, hello, it kind of goes without saying, but that's the real overriding energy that's coming through at the moment with this eclipse. Now, there's this real softness that can go hand in hand with it. This has come out with the Two of Cups. This is all about partnership. It's all about merging and coming together. It could be a beautiful new relationship coming in to remind you that there's still softness in the world. There is love in the world. This is a big open heart card. So even if everything's crazy out there, look for these beautiful moments. Look for these opportunities. Look for these people in our lives that open our hearts and help us to see the beauty again. That's really what I'm getting from this. Amongst the chaos, find the beauty, find the peace, find the stillness, find that open heart and those real authentic connections with people as well. Okay, so in the past you had the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is all about a renewed passion. It's a new passion. It's kind of that divine lightning bolt coming down and lighting a fire underneath you, giving you a shove. So it feels like you might have really felt the drive to do something a little bit differently, have the drive to create something. The Ace of Wands is all about creation. It could be a new business idea or a new a project that you really want to get underway. It's also a card of creativity. So what do you want to do? Have you been inspired to do a painting or write a song or something like that? So in the past, it feels like you had a lot of hope. To me, this is like that 2019 vibes. Everyone's like, yeah, 2020 is going to be our year. And there was all of this going on. And it's kind of just led to that chaotic energy and disappointment there. But moving forward from this is what I was talking about with the eclipse and the opportunity to do something different. The energy we're stepping into with this is the Two of Swords. And look at that moon up there. That looks like an eclipsed moon right there. And this is that choice. Do I repeat or do I evolve? It's that feeling of being literally at a crossroads and you're not sure which way to go. There's two directions. You feel blindfolded, can feel a bit foggy. There's that illusion coming in. And as I'm talking about illusion, Neptune, which is the planet of illusion, has been retrograde for 5 months. And tomorrow, right before this eclipse happens, it's going stationary and it's going to start its forward momentum again through the sky. And so this is also that energy, feeling that illusion, and Neptune's going to stop in its tracks and it's going to take a little while to gain momentum again. So it's that feeling of being a bit stuck. It's that feeling of not being able to trust what you're seeing and not being able to trust what you're hearing. It's like, what's true, what's not. It's when you wake up from a dream and you're not really sure what's real and what's not real. So that's kind of the energy that we're stepping into here. But the thing to remember about the Two of Swords and about this eclipsed energy is that because we can see that darkness, it's not keeping us stuck. It's showing us a different perspective and we can choose to do something differently moving forward. We always have that choice. We've always got the choice to put down the swords, make a decision and move forward. The thing about the Two of Swords is that if she puts the swords down, just makes a decision, she can remove that blindfold and move on and move forward. And when this card comes up, it's always a reminder that indecision is the only decision that keeps you stuck. If you make a decision and it's the wrong one, you course correct. You choose to go a different way. You know that that's not working out, so you do something differently. These choices aren't forever choices. We can course correct and do things differently if we need to moving forward. So drop the stress on yourself to choose the right thing straight off the bat and to be completely certain, because life is full of uncertainties. And as we know, the only constant is change. So really just embracing the fact that things can be done differently and to move forward with grace and that certainty that things will fall into place that they need to. You don't need to remain stuck and stagnant, because it's like this energy was busting to come out and there's a lot of disillusion now. There's a lot of pain. I'm feeling a bit of pain around this, that things didn't really work out when you wanted them to in the first place, which can lead to this feeling of constriction as well. So put down the swords and just choose a direction to move forward in with grace. Okay, so, and consciously it's like you're really, really loving on this energy, and you're trying to get this back through all the chaos and disillusionment. We've got the King of Wands up next. So more of this powerful Wands energy. It's the third Wands card that's come through so far. And so you really want that stability and that structure within that expansion energy, I want to say. So it's like you want the big picture, you want the travel, you want the abundance. So it's like you want the abundance and all these magic things, but it feels like there's something in your way and you're getting in your own way. And once again, it's to do with these belief systems. So you really want to be on your throne, sitting there in all your abundance and your magic. But it's like this is kind of putting the brakes on here and slowing it down and stopping it. But once again, I feel like there's a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself. It feels like it's very self-inflicted. And subconsciously, there's the Princess of Wands as well. So she's the Knight of Wands. So there's so much, I feel like it's bubbling beneath the surface. It wants to come out, but with all of the circumstances happening at the moment, it's suppressing it down. So it's like, I feel like it's in a pressure cooker at the moment and everything's simmering away, but you don't want it to explode like a volcano really abruptly with all of this fire energy. There's so much fire energy in this, and I feel like it's not directed and channeled anywhere. And I'm drawn back to this one here, the Two of Cups, to find softness within that. Where can you water down this simmering energy? Not so it goes away. You don't want to put out that fire, but it's about having an open heart and not charging forward in a direction that's not really going to serve your higher good. So I feel like there needs to be a bit of forward planning here, but planning without attachment, because there is so much up in the air at the moment, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just about getting a bit of clarity about where you want to go without being too attached to every little step along the way. It's about doing day by day steps. It's about implementing lifestyle choices. If you want to be doing something different for work, doing that little bit of reading every day to slowly build on the knowledge base. It's about small, practical, tangible steps and kind of having a bit of an idea where you want to be without having all these controls and about has to happen in X, Y, Z order, then this has to happen. It's not about that. It's about being fluid between those energies as it's unfolding and playing out. I hope that makes sense, because there's just so much fire energy, but having that open heart and being open and fluid to these opportunities while just chipping away, day by day kind of steps. Okay, so next we've got the advice card, and there's another relationship card here. So I feel like this is really hinged on relationships for some people. We've got the Lovers, okay, in the advice card. Once again, there's that energy of two coming together. The thing about the Lovers card, often it can feel quite severe. Often, if this is a relationship, often it speaks of karmic, soulmates, twin flame type energy, which it sounds all romantic, and it's very romanticized, a lot of these ideas, but it can be tough. It's the toughest love there is, because these divine partnerships mirror back to us where there's healing required, or where there's a bit of lack, or it's that polarized kind of energy of the yin and the yang. So it's not all just sunshine and daisies and romantic dinners and gifts and all that stuff. That stuff's all beautiful, and I hope there's an element of that in this for you. If this is a relationship reading for you, if this isn't a relationship reading for you, the Lovers card is the card of Gemini. So it's really about embracing that Gemini energy. It's about having honest conversations. It's about, as we talked about before, about facts versus illusion, and facts versus our belief systems and where it might be getting in the way. So it can be balancing those two different sides of ourselves as well, and merging with ourselves. It's about finding unity between the shadow and the light within us as well. Okay, so next we're moving on to the Prince of Swords. And this is often things around us that are kind of coming at us that are beyond our control. So with the Prince of Wands here, it kind of feels like, You might feel like you've been under a bit of, it feels like a bit of an attacking energy coming in. He's kind of charging forward with his sword up. So this is often communication as well. So to me, it feels like the kind of energy that's a little bit snappish. It's a little bit reactive. It's a bit like you might say something with good intentions and the person kind of spins it around in their head and has a bit of a snap back, and you're like, whoa, I didn't mean it like that. That's not what I was trying to say at all. But it's that kind of energy. So it can be a little bit of immaturity on that mental level, and the way that, I want to say, cognitive thought process is coming through as well. So if you're dealing with someone in your life or at work, relationships, family, and someone is very reactive, just be assured that it's not about you. It's about the way that they're perceiving this information. But once again, finding that softness in your heart, because if you come at them with all your wands up in the air, trying to beat them over the head with your belief systems or opinions, you're going to get nowhere. It's just going to cause arguments. I feel like if you play into the reactivity of this energy, then it's going to really backfire. So about, you know, you can have firm boundaries, but don't play into their game and don't start a war. Stay in your softness and your energy about knowing that things are working out, things will be okay. You don't have to react. You don't need to stoop to their level and join in their game, okay? All right, so you're really looking for emotional fulfillment at the moment. The 9 of Cups is coming through. So this is that real card of being content. There's so much contentment here. So really that's really what's coming through. That can be yours as a result of these eclipses and the changes. If you harness this energy that's coming through, there's a lot of emotional contentment to be had there. I really love that. And the outcome card at the top, we've got the 6 of Wands. So we've got more Wands energy. So, and Wands is all the fire signs. So this, to me, there's a lot of Sagittarius energy, also Aries and Leo. There are the fire signs, obviously. But the 6 of Wands, that's all about victory, okay? So if you just keep those soft but firm boundaries about, you know, self-love, filling up your own cup, open heart, trusting the process, not letting yourself stay stuck. I can't even say it. Stay stuck in stagnant energy. That's a lot of STs going on there. You know, moving a decision, everything we just talked about, there is a victory on the cards there as the outcome. So really beautiful energy if you're going to harness this and really do the work on yourself, and just being mindful, just observing how this energy might be playing out for you. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the Hanged Man. So this is more of that Neptune energy. This is about the illusion. You know, he looks like he's stuck there, but he's quite comfortable. He's just hanging there upside down, waiting for his moment, waiting for his opportunity to move. He's highly enlightened. It's just like he's taking 5, and he can just pull that foot out whenever he wants and turn the right way up. So this often shows up when there's different perspectives to be seen. It's about resting and rejuvenation as well. But it's just about that, if you do a headstand, everything in the room is going to look completely different, and you're going to notice things that you didn't when you were standing the right way up. So it's that whole thing. If you were to stand on your head right now, how does the world look? Completely different. It's about that different take on the same reality. And that's that energy of the Hanged Man coming through as well. So yeah, lots of reminders here about that eclipse energy, about the illusion, and about having the choice to evolve or remain. So really, really love that. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here, and if you would like some confirmations around this, I'm going to expand on this now in Vimeo and also do an energy reading if you feel like you do need some balance around these energies and what's showing up. So I'd send, as part of the healing, I'll be sending some distant Reiki. I'll be doing a guided meditation with a little bit of sound thrown in, and we'll be doing some grounding and really integrating these energies energetically. I haven't planned it out because I do these healings intuitively as well. So I pretty much just dive in and start, and then wherever my guides and my own intuition leads me, that's where we go. And I found this really, really powerful to follow on from tarot readings to help align them, because there's one thing to hear these energies, but if you have stagnant energy stuck in your body and belief systems around these kind of things, it can be hard just to shift on a mental level alone. So the energy healings following on are often really powerful because it's fresh on your consciousness, ready for shifting and integrating. Okay guys, so I hope to see you over on Vimeo. Check out the description and please feel free to reach out if you would like a private reading. And don't forget to follow me on socials, like and subscribe. Thanks guys, love you.